Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. On Sunday, then on Monday. Now the starting group for the visitors and for the Jayhawks. We got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
And here's George. Pass to Freeman. There's the three. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Pass to Starling. 6 on the shot clock, and he drives in. That one, no good. And the Jayhawks with possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Freeman. Here's Starling. Beyond the arc. That shot is off. And so White will bring it up for the Jayhawks. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Peterson. The three-pointer, no good. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to George. Here's Starling. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
You know, Tim, when you look at Bilal Coulibaly, outstanding length for a wing.
Yeah, 6'8" with the reach of Stretch Armstrong. The tools are all there. And at his young age, there is plenty of time to develop his offensive skills.
Driving to the basket. The game now all-time. The Jayhawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to White. For 3. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. Out left to the wing. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Starling. Fires the 3. Freeman misses. White with it. Here's the 3. That shot off. White's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here's a look at some stats for George. How he did last season. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Now, here is George. Still yet to score. That shot misses. The Jayhawks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Here we go, one-on-one. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's White. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now, here is George. Pass to Starling. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Peterson misses. George with the ball. He's picked up by White. Here's Freeman. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. To the left wing. The Jayhawks need to get off a shot here. Drills it from outside.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Pass to Starling. Back to George. Here's Starling. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Starling's got 5 points so far.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
They set the screen. They get it back. This one for 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead. Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to George. Right wing. Peterson grabs the miss. 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. White the pass to Peterson. Back to White. Puts up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. White's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Now, here's George. Pass to Freeman. Here's Starling. Fires the 3. And it's White with the rebound. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Down low. Freeman passes to Starling. Fires for 3. He doesn't hit that one. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Pass to Anthony. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the three. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Here's McDowell. Lets it go with the three. Outside Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Anthony. Over Dawson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's McDowell. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Up by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
Anthony on the wing. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Tim, when you look at A.J. Johnson, what intrigues you most about his game?
Yeah, he's got great wingspan, very athletic. He can play passing lanes. He can be a disruptor defensively. He still needs a lot of work on his shooting, but I think the fact that he's a solid free throw shooter gives you hope that that can happen.
He's got a lot of tools, doesn't he? I mean, he's got a lot of variety there to work with.
He's an intriguing prospect without a doubt.
Now here's Anthony. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Here is Calderon. He has yet to score. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Jackson looking around. Three-pointer. Diawara with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Three-pointer. Dawson with the rebound. The Jayhawks have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Freeman misses. The Jayhawks have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to McDowell. To the wing right side. Here's Peterson. And the three off target.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
And the ball out of play. The Jayhawks will inbound.
Taking a look here at numbers for Anthony. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
Here's McDowell. Hasn't made one yet. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, if I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision. I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Kevin, back over to you.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Yeah, easy call.
You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that.
And he makes both free throws. Just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Outside Anthony. George looking around to the middle. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Peterson. He has 5. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Outside for George. And here's Anthony for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Jayhawks have possession. 15-point game. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 in their longest homestand of the year. Pass to McDowell. And no good.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Back to Anthony. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
And McDowell gets it to go.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And, Tim, you think about rim-running centers. Daniel Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Defended by George. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Anthony looking it over. Anthony on the wing. The 3 cranes the three-pointer. Anthony's got 16 points.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Jayhawks making a change here. White's checked in. And 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, George. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Starling's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pass to Peterson. There's 1:47 left here in the second. Fires from deep. And it's Starling with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Wait, it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Peterson, that's good.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Starling. Last game we saw him score 32. A beautiful reverse layup. Starling's got 10 points.
A shooter shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. And it's off from 3-point range.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
George passes to Freeman. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Back to George. Clock at 4. Releases. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
White the pass to Peterson. To the paint. The shot. And it's blocked. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Leading by 17. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
Yeah, the rebound margin really does tell the story here. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. Master Funkman asks if you could harness the power from one of your former team's nicknames, which would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. The Kings. They have a lot of power, but I'm going to probably go with the Rockets because I could fly at a very high speed.
That's easy. I'll take the Magic because my powers would be limitless.
Good choices. I'm not sure what kind of powers you'd be getting if you went with the Lakers.
Maybe take out my yacht.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Outside, White. 5 to shoot. Misses the 3.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
With confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Starling. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Pass to Peterson. Here's the screen. Launches it. Doesn't go that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
Get there, get there.
Starling gets the bucket. Starling's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Peterson. He has 7. with the shot. Rebounded by Freeman.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Over to start the half.
You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Outside, White. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Here's Peterson. They can't stop the run with that one.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Freeman passes to Starling. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Here's Peterson. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Timeout called, the Jayhawks.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White.
Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 24 points a game last year, 4 assists and 5 rebounds. And, you know, year one, he was learning the ropes. I think he's hoping to make a much bigger impact in his second campaign.
Well, he's definitely got the right mindset, and that sophomore leap is a real thing.
Picked his pocket. So the wing on the left. Here's Starling. Offline with his 3.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Out to the right wing. Outside, White. To end the drought. Knocks down the 3 ball. White's got 9.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far, it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Pass to Starling. From deep, he watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
It's White on the wing. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. Here's Starling. That shot off. Inside. And that one is off. Gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. George passes to Starling. Comes up empty down low.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Peterson. He has 7. There's the pick. From the arc. Connects from 3-point range. 10 points for him.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
George passes to Starling. It's tipped. Here's Peterson. 10 points for him. Outside, White. Here's Peterson. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Down low. Pass to Freeman. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Now White, he's got 12.
Come to me.
Here's McDowell. Diawara with the rebound. Looking to get back on track here. Count it. 12 points for him. Here's Jackson. Nothing on the board. Pulls up on the wing. That's good on the jump shot. Gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Pass to Diawara. Here's Starling. Launches a three. Doesn't go for him. And he's still going, but Tim, Klay Thompson has always been celebrated for his run with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, 4 titles, 5 All-Star appearances, 37 points in a quarter. Klay and Steph comprising quite possibly the greatest backcourt tandem in league history.
The three. From past the arc, it's good from long range. Starling's got 25 points.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Here's McDowell. The three ball. Diawara with the rebound. Diawara's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside for George. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. And it's White with the rebound. Thing is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Outside, George. Pass to Sterling. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
With the fadeaway. The shot will not fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Jackson. And it's Rosario in at the 4. And the Jayhawks have possession. Outside Jackson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Pass to Anthony. Off target with his 3. And 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. There's a good screen. Peterson. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Here's Rosario. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Picked by Anthony. To the middle. And the basket by Freeman.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Rosario. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Anthony left side. Clock at 6. Over Peterson. Anthony's shot is off. And the Jayhawks have possession. McDowell the pass to Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Rebounded by Freeman.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
There's Jackson with the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Anthony in the corner. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he banks in the layup.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Here's Jackson. It's good. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Now here's Jackson. They set the pick from downtown. That one doesn't drop. Anthony in the corner. Drops in the tray. Anthony's got 19 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Jacks up a three. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to McDowell. The tray. He can't get that one to fall. Gone. 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Count that one.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Jackson up top. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Here's Peterson, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. McDowell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Jackson. There's the pick. Here's Peterson. Shoots. Rebounded by Anthony. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Pass to Peterson. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Calderon. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Freeman. Freeman's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Outside Anthony. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And with this break in the action, let's take a look at our player of the game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. The Jayhawks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. They get the rebound. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Anthony's got 25 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Here's Peterson. Takes a three. The shot, no good. Doing it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. And the basket is good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Here's Peterson. Pass to White to stop the run. The shot comes out. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here is Anthony. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Here's Peterson. And he jams it with authority.
What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports as we present our player of the game.